Hi, this is Collar of Sublime Trading. This is the Forex Weekend video analysis. So we're going to begin by looking at the pound US dollar. This was covered last week. If we look at the monthly time frame, we can see that price is heading in a down trend and fast approaching this area of support, which is last year's low. If we go to the weekly time frame now, price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages, and we can see from this point price has continued to move down, went into this area of consolidation, but price is now trading below that zone, so we will have to see where price is likely to go next. Looking at the daily time frame, if we just zoom in a little, we can see that price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. This is the consolidation zone which I mentioned on the weekly time frame. So if we draw two lines from this low and this high, so these two lines represent the consolidation zone. This is resistance, this is support, and as we can see, price broke through the support level, which it is now using as resistance. And if we zoom in a little closer, we see that price is just trailing along this area of resistance, finding it hard to break back through that area. So if resistance can hold, then we should see further moves to the downside in the pound US dollar. So I'm just waiting to see whether price can actually break and close below this low. Then I'll be looking for shorting opportunities. Next forex pair we're looking at is the Australian dollar US dollar. If we go to the monthly time frame, you can see that price is currently trading below last year's low. It's now out of this area of consolidation, so we just need to see whether price can actually break below this low. If it does do that, then we should see continued moves to the downside. Going to the weekly time frame, price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages, and as you can see, this is a large area of consolidation. Price isn't going up or down, it's just going sideways, so we just need to see whether price can break and close below this area of support. On the daily time frame, price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. If you look at this from this point onwards, we can see that price used the 50 simple moving average as resistance on the way down. Price did move above the 50 simple moving average here, tried to make it to the 200 simple moving average, didn't quite get there, and has since continued back to the downside. So as I mentioned on the other time frames, we want to see those support areas broken to confirm a continuation to the downside. Next forex pair is the Euro Canadian dollar. If we look at the monthly time frame, price has been gradually heading up, not the best looking trend. Price is now above last year's high, and as you can see, December is looking very bullish. We just need to ultimately wait for a break and close above this high. On the weekly time frame, price is above both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. Last week closed very bullish, and we see nice momentum to the upside. On the daily time frame, price is above both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages, and we can see here from this point onwards, price has been heading up. We've seen higher highs and higher lows, so as long as that can continue, then we should ultimately see that break and close above this high here. Last forex pair for the day is the pound Swedish Krona. On the monthly time frame, price is trading below last year's high. If we see momentum continue to the downside, we may eventually see price come down to last year's low, this support area here. On the weekly time frame, price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. Price has used the 200 simple moving average as resistance along here, and that's helped to push price down again. On the daily time frame, you can see that price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. If I just draw a line from here, if we look to the right, we can see price broke down through this support area, has been bouncing around this area, and as long as this area can hold as resistance, we should see a continuation to the downside. So ultimately, we want to see whether price can actually break and close below this support area to consider any shorting opportunities. Thanks for continuing to watch our analysis through 2018. We will continue in the new year. We hope you all have a happy Christmas and happy New Year, and look to see you all in 2019.